What's up, guys? So, this is the first episode of Flashback Fridays. And for this first episode, I thought about being nostalgic, but I thought I'd start off with a funny, kind of a funny story about greens, since that's what I'm cooking in this video. So, in 2001, it was our first attempt at planning a family reunion for my mom's side of the family for the first time in probably about 20 years. And we would call ourselves trying to save some time, and my mom decided to purchase the greens in Milwaukee and take them down to Clarendon. That way, we wouldn't have to try to find greens at a reasonable price and do all the picking and cleaning and stuff down there. Because my grandmother's kitchen was kind of small and our crew was kind of small. So we bought them at Gallus. And anybody familiar with Milwaukee, you know Gallus, you can get them by the case there. So we bought a nice big case of greens and did all the picking and cleaning in Milwaukee. My mom had been working a lot of overtime in preparation for the reunion, so she bought them probably about a day or two before the reunion. We were supposed to leave for the reunion, and the day before we left, I took the time to pick the greens and spent that last day before we left washing them. And we had packed them up real nice, got ice and everything on them for the ride down. And the plan was when we got off the road, we was gonna take them into my grandmother's house, and um, that way they wouldn't be in the car while we drove around all day, getting the last of the stuff in preparation for the reunion. At least that was the plan. Now the plan also wasn't that I was going to do all the work back in Milwaukee, picking and washing the greens, but because my mom was tired, because again I had did a lot of the planning and stuff, so my mom didn't hadn't expected me to do that much manual work in preparation and before we left Milwaukee to go to reunion. So she didn't expect me to do that much work on the front end to prep for the reunion. So she was really surprised that I had picked a whole case of greens by myself and washed them and everything too. So she was really surprised that I had done that. But I knew she had worked a lot of overtime, so I called myself trying to help. So I picked all those greens and washed them and everything. And um, when we got down here's the sad part was that when we got down to Clarendon, we took them into my grandmother's house, and when we got after running around all day, the greens had sat in the house. We was in Stuttgart longer than what we had planned on, and the greens had sat in the house with no ice or anything on them, and they pretty much had the case of greens had pretty much went bad. So they caught them still trying to salvage as much as they can, but they had went so bad that they couldn't even save the greens. And my mom was so devastated that I put it on all that hard work on that case of greens that we couldn't even enjoy the greens. And yeah, so I'm sure when she see this video, she gonna be, and hear this, me reminding her of this. She probably gonna be mad all over again just hearing this, but. Yep. So I have a lot of stories like this that these Flashback Fridays is going to be kind of interesting, and I'm kind of giving you the rush version of the story because I didn't expect this video to be so short. But the clips of me cooking these greens and cornbread turned out to only be about 7-8 minutes, and I wasn't expecting it to be that short, but here I am fixing the cornbread, and you're gonna see me plate up these greens in just a minute. But I didn't expect this video to be that short. So hope you guys enjoyed this first Flashback Friday. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And if you have some nostalgic meals that you would like to see me prepare, as I think of more Flashback Friday meals to bring to you. Please drop them down in the comments. I'm looking forward to this series. I got some that I'm talking about my dad, and anybody know that the relationship with my father, you're probably gonna be surprised that I don't even mention him. Speaking of my father, but yep. So next week I'm gonna be cooking some pinto beans. Yeah, pinto beans. So look forward to that. Um, but this is the first episode of Flashback Fridays. I hope you guys enjoy it. Yeah, I kind of rushed through the voiceover on this because, yeah, I guess I was a little bit more nervous in doing this voiceover than I expected, and I don't know. But yeah, that whole case of greens would end up going bad, and my mom and my aunt was completely devastated. Um, they tried to save them by putting salvaging as much as they could and putting it in a crock pot and cooking it overnight. But even those ended up turning out to not be good. Um, the next reunion, they end up just buying the greens locally, and we end up cooking all day at the hall that we were at. So here I am plating up the greens. If you seen some of my pictures from like 10 years ago, I cook my greens completely different now. So I noticed that the other day when my pictures came up, my greens came up in one of my memories. But here it is, and I had a terrible angle in the kitchen this time. But don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and look forward to more Flashback Fridays.